Got a new challenge for myself today, this week, you guys. Today's challenge is just to go to Disneyland, enjoy myself, do some of the things that I love doing when I'm here. I have been very, very busy the past few weeks, to the point where, you know, the content schedule has just been very aggressive, and it's all about strategy and this and that. And I just want to go to Disneyland. So that's what we're gonna do today. I'm taking a day off, and we're gonna enjoy some of the things that I like to do. In the process, we're gonna talk about what's happening with the channel today, and sort of give you a guide to, or a heads up about what we're planning coming up in for the rest of this year. And that starts right here on Main Street at 12:40 p.m. and it is dead again, you guys. I just checked the tip board a little bit ago. 30 minutes is like the biggest wait time I saw across the board, and that includes attractions like Indiana Jones and Space Mountain, etc. Dead again. I'm thinking Toads, Mark Twain. Have not been on the Mark Twain in a very long time. I used to do that every week. It's been months now since I've been on the Mark Twain. I still haven't been on the Haunted Mansion since the Halloween season started. I have missed every opportunity. That's the kind of, plus lunch. Oh man, we got some things to do today, but we're here in Fantasyland now, so I think we're gonna start with little Mr. Toads. Hi guys. I'm already so glad that I made this choice. The car stopped. I'm so glad I made this choice. I'll tell you what our other plans were this morning or this afternoon after the Toad ride is, but this, I'm glad I did this. And you take Mr. Toads away from this park and away from me, I will riot. Talk about things, hills that I would die on. You stay away from Mr. Toads. You actually stay away from any of these dark rides here in Fantasyland, man. Absolutely stay away from these. I feel great. I feel great having been there. More people need to go on Toads, that's for sure. I wish I could go on Casey Jr. right now. That would be high on my list of things that I love to do on a regular basis, but Casey's still getting its update done. It's refurb. New track coming to Casey, but we're gonna head down Big Thunder Trail and enjoy the Mark Twain, I think. You think we can find some time today for the Disneyland Railroad? I think I've been on once in maybe the last 2 or 3 months, I think. Man, you know, all this work. That's what we're doing here. Kind of a state of fresh bake report, but that's all I've been doing, man. Work, 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 work. You know, I squeeze in rides, but it's part of the process of doing a video and not part of me just enjoying the park. And I feel like every now and then I need to take it down and do this kind of thing. When we get to the Mark Twain, now we're going to talk about, as I mentioned, what our plans are for the rest of this year and probably going into 2026. Can you believe that'll be our 14th year? 14 years in production. Son of a bitch. I need to pay attention and watch my own construction videos. Mark Twain is down for refurb right now. And the Columbia is in dock, but it looks very much closed as well. What am I going to do? I can't believe it. The one day that I say, hey, let's make a point of going on the river, that nothing's happening. Yeah, rope's up. No, there's no clock. I don't know where they keep it. I think it's no clock telling you when the next trip is. So yeah, it's not happening here. Neither the Mark Twain nor the Columbia are operating. Let's go get some lunch. Still on strike with the Golden Horseshoe. I'm not gonna eat in there until they put live entertainment back on that stage. It is high noon. It's still very dead in here. So dead that they don't even have the other lanes open, the middle section. It's just the 5 of us in here ordering food. Going with one of the basics today because sometimes I don't want to try something new. Sometimes I want to enjoy something that I've had before and that I know I'm probably going to like. And that is the Street Taco Trio. That's beef, chicken, and soy chorizo con papa tacos served in corn tortillas with tomatillo sauce, garnished with onions and cilantro. You can bet I'm putting those onions on there, and you can bet I'm putting some of that tomatillo salsa. Looks great. We'll start with the beef. By the way, these are quite tiny. These are $14.49. We'll see if that's a value or not, but tiny little tacos. I mean, street taco size, I guess, but I'm accustomed to getting even something a little bigger than this. Well, the flavors aren't bad. It's actually pretty tasty. It's if anything on the bland side of thing, I would have liked maybe a little more seasoning on there. The tomatillo salsa, not exactly present. You know what? I'm going to try another bite with that on there. A little more of that salsa on there. Yeah, that salsa does help quite a bit. It gives a little bit more flavor, adds a little bit more kick to that beef. Normally, I expect this kind of thing, the asada, to be a little bit chewy. But that's actually not bad. It's not too chewy at all. It's cooked okay. Well, the only complaint here I think might be that it's a little on the cold side. The meat was not very hot. Obviously the tortillas aren't either, and they've only been sitting out for a minute. I've only did a little bit of setup, so it's a little bit on the cold side, and the beef is a little bit on the greasy side. I feel like they could have done a better job of degreasing the meat, but all in all, not bad. Try the chicken next. No, it's not the chicken itself. It's whatever that seasoning, whatever it is that they put on there. I don't care for that flavor at all. We'll try it with the tomatillo this time, but yeah, that just I don't know what that is. I'm not smart enough to know what kind of seasoning they're putting on there, but that did not go well for me. Marginally better, but still not okay. I'm not sure if that's normal. It's been a while since I've had these, so I don't know if I've forgotten what they taste like. We'll try the soy chorizo next, and this time we're gonna do a little lime juice on there. Get that going. Soy chorizo con papas. That lemon juice is great. That helps a lot. And the flavors are pretty good too. A little bit on the texture-wise on the mushy side because of the papas. But surprisingly not bad for being soy chorizo. By the way, they do come with chips, which are good. The chips by themselves, very good. I love those house chips here. But it's a surprisingly skimpy amount of chips. I can literally count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, maybe 14 chips. Try that with the salsa. And they don't give you any, pico or salsa with it, so you have to use this. which is fine. Their chips are great. I would like more of them. You can buy the bag by the side. Chips and salsa, it's like, I want to say like $8. These are the highlight of the meal. Wow. That's one of the best tortilla chips that I've had in quite a while. And I eat a lot of tortilla chips. Asada 1, chorizo 2, chicken 3. Did not enjoy the chicken. They're not bad. It's a 3 out of 5 plate. And it's actually not that very filling. These things are tiny. I'm going to eat all of this, which is rare for me. It's rare that I eat the entire meal, which suggests that the portion sizes are quite small. So if you have a bigger stomach than me, and most everybody does, you're gonna be hungry when you're done. So I'm gonna finish these up. 3 out of 5. Maybe not even that. Maybe 2.5 out. No, the chips saved it. The chips got you to 3. Let's get back to work. We got to figure out what we're gonna do on our next attraction. No Mark Twain. No Columbia. What am I gonna do in the river? I don't want to go in the canoes. Haunted Mansion. So let's head to Haunted Mansion next, which hopefully is open. That would suck if it was not open. We're gonna head to Haunted Mansion. Still have been on the Nightmare Overlay. On the way, let's talk about, okay, so one of the things I had planned on doing today was another 10 rides in 5 hours challenge. We did that a few months ago and we missed by like 10 minutes, I think. We got our last ride in at 10 minutes after that 5 hours. And I thought about doing that today, but I'm like, you know what? I don't have 5 hours today. I could easily have done it today, but then I can't do it now for the same reason, or for the opposite reason. It's too slow. It's too slow today, guys. It is so quiet out here. I could knock out those 10 rides in probably 4 hours, not 5, maybe less, I don't know. But if I were to do the math on that, just thinking maybe 15, 20 minutes per attraction, 10, that's 200 minutes. That's, yeah, 3.5 hours. Less than 4 maybe. So we're not gonna be able to do that challenge. And I'm now wondering, like, can I do any challenge? When can I do another challenge? It's too easy right now. Now they're calling on a Mansion 35 minutes. That's encouraging. At least this has got a little bit of action. The queue is into Leota's garden. Hi, how are you? But it's empty. The garden is empty. Man, it's been a minute since I've been here. They have not decorated this at all so far for the Nightmare Before Christmas season. I don't see anything in here that is suggestive of that. They are sending, oh my gosh. Are they really? No, they're not. Okay, the greenhouse is closed. They're just sending us towards the back. And then turning, this is not 35 minutes. This is gonna be closer to 20 or 25, I would guess. I bring up the challenges because that's something that I've been kind of interested in doing. We're moving towards more of a set lineup of videos. Like I used to just make random stuff, which this is kind of random, but I would set, we were set on construction Mondays. We're set on state, everyone. Every week we're doing either Disneyland or DC. That's on a Wednesday typically, unless I can't get there in time and it winds up being on a Thursday. And I feel like I want to do one other video during the week, but I think that's it. I think we're set on like a 3 video per week rotation right now. That's what the plan is. And I do feel like that third video is going to be some kind of challenge or some kind of park science type video. And that's it. Like those are the only videos that I want to make. And I'm kind of narrowing things down like that a little bit on purpose because we're putting in a lot of focus on the app, on the freshbakedpresents.com app, that plus possible trips to Florida. Now, that has not been going very well. I'm gonna be perfectly honest. It's kind of bumming me out a little bit because I really enjoy going to Florida and spending that time down there and getting to know Magic Kingdom and Epcot and Hollywood. And I'm also, maybe Universal type stuff there as well. But it's such a commitment, both in terms of finances. It's very expensive to spend all that time over there. It costs the flights and the hotels and all that stuff. But then you've got it's a week-long commitment. I'm away from my family for that time, for that week, and it disrupts my regular, calendar, which is one of the reasons why I've narrowed down, is so that I can do those kinds of things. But the response has been kind of meh, to the point where, because I've been I put everything so far on this last trip on our Fresh Baked MDW channel and nothing on this main channel. And it's kind of forced me to reconsider that. Maybe I do want to put, because I'm going to have the space. I'm going to have the space to put them in here if I stick to that calendar, to put in Universal and Florida coverage. But then there are folks who are saying, no, keep that stuff separate. No, I get that, and I wish I could, but I can't do these things in the red. You know what I mean? I can't do them in the red, and I really, really want to. And with that, I'm going to ask you to hold that thought, because we're going to finish enjoying our Haunted Mansion coverage here. I'm going to look at this queue and get on that ride, and then when we're done with the ride, I'll pick up that conversation.
A place that perhaps you've seen in your dreams, for the story that you were about to be told began with the holiday worlds of old. I know you're curious to see what's inside. It's what happens when two holidays collide. Welcome, my friends, to our Christmas delight. Come witness a ghoulishly glorious sight. Why don't we tell you a tale about dear Sandy Claus? We will continue your holiday tour momentarily.
It was a knowledge that answered the truth that is sure. 7 pearls of wisdom to keep my love bewitched to me. 6 mystic mirrors reflecting futures yet to be. On the 5th day of Christmas, my good love gave to me 5 lucky charms to understand the right from wrong.
Are you ready to resume your visit? We will continue our holiday tour in no time at all.
Passion potions that love and romance may succeed. On the first day of Christmas, my good love gave to me a star, a brilliant star for my fortune card tree. On the 13th day of Christmas, my good love gave to me 13 rings
With
of
some tricks
power.
and some games, you can make a scene merry. Why, even a gingerbread house could see something. Still on his back. Very strange and bizarre. And on the attack.
Man, I really enjoyed that, but I had a moment in the ride. I forgot for a minute that the bride doesn't show up in the Nightmare overlay. That they take her out and they just put in regular. I forgot that, and I kind of missed that she wasn't there. I really like the new bride. Picking up on our conversation that we stopped on the way in there.
Hold on, Daddy.
Right now we have plans for Walt Disney World, our next plan is in October. And it's going to include Epic Universe and possibly maybe one other Universal park. There is also, I just confirmed this morning, I will be staying at one of those super, super fancy Polynesian DVC villas. Adam the Woo, who you may or may not know, Adam the Woo has a DVC thing, and he stays at hotels all the time around here. He's booked that, and he's got room for more. He asked me to join him, so I'll be roomies with Adam coming up in October. We're going to be spending another week in October there, so that's going to be, I'm really looking forward to that. So we've got at least that coming from Fresh Baked WDW. Well, I should say from Florida. Whether or not that stays on WDW or it comes back to this channel, I'm not sure. But that Polynesian, look forward to that, because that's going to be a banger of a video. Getting to see one of those super, super nice villas out there that they just built. Really looking forward to that. Looking forward to catching up with Adam, who we just recently saw at the Universal Studios, Halloween Horror Nights. So there's that. Where that stuff, I really want to keep going. I really want to keep going, but I got to find a way to make it both at least break even. You know what I mean? I've got to at least not be in the red to be making those trips, because I got a lot to learn, and I really, really enjoy going to those trips. But for now, because Mark Twain and Columbia are closed, we will definitely have time to catch a little Disneyland Railroad. It has been months. Probably. Nothing happening here, by the way. Nothing at all. And there's, what, 4, 6, 7, 8 guests waiting for the train right now. Incredible.
To those just joining us, welcome aboard the Disneyland Railroad. To ensure a safe ride, stay seated with your hands, arms, feet, and legs inside the train. And please watch your kids.
Para su seguridad, permanezca sentado y mantenga las manos, brazos, pies y piernas dentro del tren.
How many is sweet as honey? The inhabitants of the land we're passing over are the bee's knees. Here in Bayou Country, you can join Winnie the Pooh, Tigger, Louis the Alligator, and other beloved critters on their fun-filled adventures. As we steam past Hungry Bear Barbecue Jamboree, we're now joining up with the rivers of America and entering the frontier as it looked more than a century and a half ago. This is my favorite part of the journey. Around every bend, there's natural beauty as far as the eye can see. Indian shaman, sharing his stories with those in the great river valley below. People like you have been riding these rails since the 1800s, traveling through nature's wonderland in a matter of days, rather than the months it used to take by mule or stagecoach. Steam power not only fueled these iron horses, but the dreams of a whole new generation as it moved west into this great frontier. Of course, some of those dreams and the stories that went with them were pretty darn wild and downright unbelievable, like on Big Thunder Mountain, where I hear that mysterious spirits have grabbed hold of those mining trains and turned them into the wildest ride in the wilderness. This tunnel signals our transition from the frontier to another kind of ear, the ones you'll find on Mickey and Minnie Mouse. Our next stop is Toontown Depot, official train station for Mickey's Toontown, the cartoon home where Mickey, Minnie, and all their friends live. Toontown Depot is also the gateway to Fantasyland.
And as we enter Toontown Depot, we do ask everybody to remain seated until this train comes to a full stop. Don't stand up until we come to a full stop.
Remember your personal belongings, then step carefully from the train. Have fun, and say hi to Mickey and Minnie for me. Those of you continuing on with us, we'll be resuming our trip in just a moment. This is Toontown Depot, Mickey's Toontown.
Something else that I've been trying to put more time into, and it's occupying quite a bit of time. It's the reason why you don't see us on Twitter as much or on Instagram. You may or may not have noticed. Instagram we've been really quiet on, but it's because I've been putting in more time, trying to put in more time on our app, freshbakedbusiness.com, link in the description. It's sort of our own social media app, and I've been trying to put more time in sharing more of our photos there, sharing, having more of our conversations, replying to some of our viewers, and having those conversations there. It's having a lot of fun, and we're trying to grow that, so I'm putting more time there. Coming up in the near future, I'm not sure what the timeline is yet. We're letting this thing we're letting the current version of it simmer a little bit, and then in the coming months, we should start being able to grow that app to include more of our park science beyond the go, no go, which is there now, and beyond what is already there in terms of wait times. I don't know if you've seen, but in park science, you can tell us, you can do your own sort of research. You can see that a posted wait time at Indy is 45 minutes, get in a queue and find out it's actually 30. There's a place for you to enter that and to tell the world that, on your visit, it was posted 45, but it was actually 30, and then that ride, it'll affect the overall average of how an attraction is doing, plus or minus what's posted. It's really neat. But we're going to go beyond that, and we're going to be adding more detail, more things more things to look at, more benchmarks in the queue. What constitutes, a queue worth getting into or not getting into. So that's coming up in future versions of the app, and we're really looking forward to making it, giving it a little more power and a little bit more value in that app. So that's probably why you haven't seen us on Instagram or Twitter like we used to be.
Hello, everyone. Thanks for joining us on the Disneyland Railroad. For a safe ride, remember to stay seated with your hands, arms, feet, and legs inside the train. And please watch your kids.
¿Qué tal, amigos? Y bienvenidos a bordo. Para su seguridad, permanezca sentado y mantenga las manos, brazos, pies y piernas dentro del tren. Y cuide a los pequeños. Gracias.
As we leave Toontown Depot, we get a real nice view of the happiest land of them all, Fantasyland. You can see people stepping onto It's a Small World just below us. And, off in the distance, majestic Matterhorn Mountain. We're now steaming forward into the future to a land inspired by visions of tomorrow, both practical and imagined. Here you'll find rocket ships and star speeders, submarines and astro blasters, and, if you look overhead, maybe a glimpse of a Mark 7 monorail. This is the latest version of the first daily operating monorail system in the entire Western Hemisphere, gliding above Disneyland since 1959. Below the monorail, and us, are the fun-filled roadways of the Autopia. Drivers of all ages can get behind the wheel of these cars. No experience or license required. If you're into soaring spaceships or doing battle with evil empires and emperors, Tomorrowland is definitely the place for you. Speaking of which, we're pulling into Tomorrowland Station right now. If you're leaving us here, just stay seated until we come to a full stop. Gather your belongings, including lightsabers and astro blasters, and step carefully from the train. Thanks, and have fun in the future. For the rest of you, just sit tight. We'll be on our way again in just a minute.
And as you enter Tomorrowland Station, we ask everybody to remain seated until the train comes to a full stop. Don't stand up until we come to a full stop. Some attractions you'll find here include Autopia, Space Mountain, and the monorail.
who have just come aboard, welcome. The next leg of our journey will take us from the fantastic world of the future to the breathtaking beauty of nature's own design, the Grand Canyon. For your safety, stay seated with your hands, arms, feet, and legs inside the train. Watch your children and no flash photography.
Para su seguridad, permanezca sentado y mantenga las manos, brazos, pies y piernas dentro del tren y cuide a los pequeños. Por favor, no tome fotografías con flash.
That was the Grand Canyon as we know it today. But it wasn't always this way. Now, let's travel back in time, way back in time, to the fantastic past of the primeval world, land of the dinosaurs. We're now returning to our own time and to Main Street Station, gateway to Disneyland. If you're leaving us here,
And as you enter Main Street Station, we do ask everybody to remain seated until the train comes to a full stop. Don't stand up until we've come to a full stop.
we'd especially like to thank those of you.
Main Street Station is the only station with no ramp or no stairs. If you have anything to unfold, please wait until you're at the bottom of the stairs.
Find with us again real soon. For those of you staying with us, we'll be on our way again in just a few minutes. This is Main Street Station.
Watch your step.
Main Street,
I just still can't get over how not busy it is. I keep waiting for it to be not slow, and it just keeps on being not busy. I know it's not the subject of this video, but I can't help but comment on this. I was hoping to catch a Main Street vehicle. That's why I got off at Main Street instead of going all the way around the Grand Circle, as it were. I was hoping to catch a vehicle here on Main Street, but it doesn't look like they're out. Now, they have been running, though. I've been seeing them run into the early evening at least. You know, when I'm here doing state of reports, bless you. Thank you very much. When I'm here doing state of reports, I'm here till like 4 or 5 o'clock often, and I'm seeing vehicles later than usual. I'm seeing them on the street, but it could be that maybe they're getting ready for a show or something. But man, those are fun. I feel like the late evening rides are the best rides on Main Street for the Main Street vehicles. They're the best. I can't, you know, I'm letting the Disney wind guide me right now. It has just been pulling me. There's some force pulling me back into Fantasyland. I think it really might be my favorite land in the park. Main Street, Fantasyland, New Orleans Square. Right, that's up there. Tomorrowland. I do love Tomorrowland. I know people like to hate on it, but I actually love it. Frontierland, Adventureland, they're kind of down the list for me. Yeah, Fantasyland, man. Inflation has struck. That's Snow White's enchanted bush. It's not enough to throw quarters in there anymore. You got to throw whole dollar bills now. That's the throwing the penny in there.
On your way now. Out the path to see Snow White, huh? Well then, to be sure you arrive safely, stay in your seat, keep your head on your feet, and don't forget what's those precious children of yours. On your way now.
Take care of Snow White.
Hi-ho, hi-ho, here comes the work we roll.
Look at Toads, you guys. Hi, guys. It's more empty than it was earlier when we went on. Man, this is just crazy. I can't believe it. I gotta stop talking about how dead it is at these parks. People are gonna think I've got a one-track mind. I got a mind though for Mad Tea Party right now. Talking about things that I love to do. I shouldn't love this ride because I don't like spinning. But darn, it's just pure Disney, isn't it? I might just walk right into this thing too. If there's, I see 1, 2, 3 cups left. Okay, I miscalculated. Oh, there is still one. There's a teal one. That's okay. Oh, there they go. I think he saw me noticing it and he said, okay guys, there's a teal one, go get it. Nobody ever picks teal. That's gonna become a thing. It's gonna become a thing on this show. Nobody picks teal at the Mad Tea Party. And for that reason, that's exactly where I'm headed, so that nobody else has to. I'm gonna give her like that. You know what, Aaron, what if we made a t-shirt, Aaron, that said, you know, nobody picks teal, and put a teal teacup on there? Erin, by the way, is our designer on the FreshBakedPresents.com app. She did all the design work there, and she's doing all the T-shirts. So the new stuff we've been putting out on the app or on the merch shop, you guys should be checking that out. FreshBakedPresents.com. Same place where you do the recon. Same place where you put up your construction footage or your park signs. You can also go there to find our merch. I think that's a good idea, right? Nobody picks teal? Anyway, 2 other videos that I've got on the short list of things they're going to be doing is I have written a script for the stacking video. We had been talking about stacking in months past, in terms of how to use Lightning Link correctly. And I've got the script written, and I've just been waiting for the Matterhorn to come back before I started shooting it. So now I've got the time and the opportunity. We'll probably be shooting that soon. So look out for that stacking video. And then after that's done, I'm probably going to go around again. This is the perfect conditions, by the way. Perfect conditions to do an every ride in one day video. Because I feel like you could do that easily. Combine stacking with the condition of the parks these days. And I feel like if I can get it into September, if I can get into this park in September and I have a great shot at doing an every ride in one day and having that done easily, before the park closes, but even maybe 9 o'clock, conditions like this. That's a 15-minute wait. Wow, hi guys. That's a 15-minute wait at 3:30 in the afternoon on this Wednesday. They're right a tree, and that's it. They're right a tree, and they're making a U-turn back to the house. Wow, I know I just got done talking about how we're streamlining the content a little bit, but damn if I don't want to do a full-on study and compare this, not just to last year this time, but to the year before that. Maybe even pre-COVID. Hopefully I have some footage. I mean, I know it's easy to do it now because I've been filming so much more lately, but I wonder how far back I can take this and how accurate we can get. Maybe that's something I put on Fresh Baked Presents. Guys, I have so many channels. But that's a channel I haven't put anything up there, and I don't want to put it here because it doesn't really belong in this channel, and it doesn't go on touring. That's another thing that we're trying to ramp up. We're trying to do more on tours. That's our acoustic channel. It's just silent walkthroughs, camera in the park, and that's it. And then ride through footage and things of that nature. Trying to kind of chronicle the evolution of things. If a ride comes out of refurb, I'll ride it and show you what happened, etc. But that's something else we're trying to ramp up our coverage there on Tours Departing Daily. It doesn't go there, but please, there's a link in the description. Go find Tours Departing Daily. Great content there if you just want to see the aesthetic of the park, which I love. I love just being able to see it, and especially hear the sounds of Disneyland. You hear that? Like that, right? You can hear it so much better when I'm not jibber jabbering. I know some people like my jibber jabber, but sometimes you just want to hear the sounds. I love Tours Departing Daily. I hope you guys check it out. But can I take this image of this queue right here on this Wednesday, September 10th, and find at least a couple examples that match it? I know I can find last year, or at least I can find, because I shoot on Mondays. I shoot states on Monday. Every week I'm here. Every week I'm shooting this queue. Or every other week, I should say. Every month, twice a month, I'm shooting this queue right here, the Nemo queue. That's going back years. I've been doing State of Disneyland for years. I can go back a couple years at least on those. I'll try to let you know on social media. I'll try to let you know on Twitter, Instagram, and even the FreshBakedPresents.com app. If I make that video. I really want to. I really do. I don't know what I'm doing right now. I'm just kind of wandering. I'm enjoying. Oh, we feel that breeze. I'm just enjoying this this time right now that I'm spending in the park with absolutely no agenda. You should see me. Liz tries to come with me, or has in the past, when I'm shooting a state report. I can't shoot state with Liz. I just can't. She shadowed me on construction reports, and it's a little easier for me to shoot those because I'm not talking. But she can't keep up because she wants this ride's slow, or I want a churro, and it's cute. But I'm like, no, we're on a mission, and that's how it is so often for me. When I'm in the park, people always say, I want to take a picture, but you look like you were heading somewhere. I'm always heading somewhere, you guys. I am always walking with purpose and movement, and I've always got someplace to go. And it's nice to see Mr. Fantastic right over here. It's nice to see Mr. Fantastic and just enjoy the park a little bit, you know, just kind of chill. And actually, that brings us to what I think is going to be our final attraction for the day, and it's, speaking of tours departing daily and attractions coming out of refurb, Star Tours is coming out of refurb, and I think that means that's high time for us to, I haven't been on yet since it's reopened, so we're going to do that now, and then you can find this actual exact ride footage, or ride through on Tours Departing Daily. Or not. It's closed. They've got the glass door. Hey guys, how are you? Are those glass doors new? I'm gonna have to go ask. That sucks. I was really looking forward to that. I was looking forward to riding Star Tours and putting that on my Tours Departing Daily channel, but I cannot. We'll try to stall things out here a little bit and see if they don't open. Sometimes that works out, or if I just hang out in an area for a little while. Astro Orbiter, see what happens.
Watch your children. Make your rocket ship fly higher. Pull it back, button. Pull the lever towards you, go nice and high. Want to stay nice and low, you're going to push it down.
I saw, or heard actually,
To make your rocket ship fly higher,
the fire engine go by around the hub here a minute ago, so
control lever forward.
if Star Tours is not open
Your space flight.
when we're done here, I feel like a Main Street vehicle down Main Street be all right. a great way to conclude this show.
Enjoy your space flight. Once again, pilots, pull the lever towards you, go nice and high. Want to stay nice and low, you're going to push it down. Beginning its descent. Please remain seated until your rocket ship stops. Then follow the arrows to the flight deck. Welcome back, pilots.
So it looks like Star Tours is in fact still closed, so it's a Main Street vehicle for us. I don't know if you saw, but there was a omnibus coming down the street as we were riding. Looks like we might have time to catch this one. Let's go, my favorite. Hello.
Welcome, watchers.
Thank you, thank you.
This will be a one-way trip to the front of the park. You're going to be doing the flag retreat ceremony.
All right. Oh, flag retreat's coming up too.
Alrighty folks, we are now ready to depart. For your safety, please stay seated at all times, keeping hands, arms, feet, and legs inside the vehicle, and please supervise children. And away we go. And we are off, like a bus full of people. Welcome aboard the Disneyland Omnibus, folks. Part of Main Street Vehicle Operations. We've been here since dating back to 1956. You are currently traveling on Omnibus number 2 out of 2 whole omnibuses in operation here at Disneyland. These are not the original omnibuses from the 1950s. Those were loaned out to Epcot World Showcase in 1984, but they never gave them back. So we had 2 replacement buses built in the middle of the 1980s, and we still take very good care of them. Bob Gurr was the Imagineer. He designed and constructed the original Main Street vehicles. The buses are an inspiration off of the double-decker omnibuses found in New York and Los Angeles transportation system. Bob Gurr's uncle and father used to work for the LA Transportation Department back in the early 1900s. And yes, Bob Gurr still visits us many times a year to say hi. We are now traveling down Main Street, USA, a turn-of-the-century town inspired by Walt Disney's hometown of Morrison, Missouri. For tonight's entertainment offerings, Main Street, USA will be the hustle and bustle activity for tonight. We do have 2 step-off times for a Paint the Night parade. We do have 2 step-off times for Paint the Night parade. First one will be at 8:30 p.m. marching from It's a Small World up to Town Square. Followed after that will be Halloween streams at 9:30 p.m. with projections only tonight. They have one more Paint the Night parade stepping off at 10:30 p.m. making its way back from Town Square up to It's a Small World. Alright, we'll be stopping up ahead next to City Hall. This is our final trip for the next half hour. That will be beginning the flag retreat ceremony beginning shortly. Please stay seated till the bus comes to a full complete stop and I switch off the engine. Watch your step, use the handrails as you exit, and thank you for visitors here at Disneyland Friends. Have a magical day.
Talk to the shoulder? Is that what it is?
Now arriving from a trip around Walt Disney's Magic Kingdom. Passengers will stand behind doors. Oh my God,
Absolute cinema, guys. That's it. Watch more Fresh Baked. We'll see you next time. We love you. Be safe, be kind, and fresh baked.